Hello everyone, I'm Trisha, it's me Jenny. It's time for another not naked video response to Trisha Hershberger's series Naked Truth, where we talk as candidly and truthfully as possible about a subject of her choosing, straight out the shower, no makeup, wet hair, first take, one take, so on and so forth. Most people choose to do it naked, but I choose not to, but either way it's not a sexy thing, it's a tool for the vlogger to be honest and to feel vulnerable. And in the name of truth and honesty, I have to say this is my second take because I said some names that I usually don't say on camera during my first take, so I'm just gonna not say them for my second take because I mentioned them to my parents, and my parents are amazing, but you know, that's not for me to put their names on the internet. Because today's subject is Mother's Day, and I mentioned my mother, who is amazing. She's extraordinary. She blows my mind every day that she's around and just, you know, just crackling along, and she's amazing. And there's not really much you can really say about parents. I mean, you can say from a physical perspective, mothers are superheroes. They're amazing. The physical trauma they go through in order to carry and birth a child is physical trauma. You know, it's recorded right down to their bone structure, so you can tell from a skeleton if that person gave birth during their life. You can tell from certain hormone changes and from genuine psychological, like, brain chemistry things. You can tell the physical difference in having gone through the trauma of giving birth in women, and that is amazing. The fact that women have always just done it, because how else would we develop as a species, because that's how our reproduction works, which is dumb. But women for the history of time have been doing it, and it's amazing. My door keeps banging. And equally, the other half of it is caregivers. You know, not necessarily birth mothers, but the person or people who raise a child. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. I genuinely don't. I think about my childhood. I think how my parents managed to get 3 girls of, you know, twins and an older sister all into the car together to go sailing and camping and to youth hostels and walking trips and up and down mountains and swimming in the sea and visiting the grandparents and going abroad. And we did all those things. I have no idea how they did it. I find it bad enough, like, me and my sister tried to arrange a holiday for the 2 of us a couple of weeks ago, and just quit. We gave up because we were like, oh, we don't have time, we don't have the money, and however will we get the 2 of us organised? I don't know how parents do it with children. I have no idea. It's insane. And also look after, like, you know, my cat's just behind the camera right now, that's why I'm thinking about it, but, like, how did they also look after 2 felines when we were growing up as well? Like, I can't even look after a pot plant. I have no pot plants in my bedroom because I don't look after plants well. So I just, caregivers, and the energy they have. Like, I find it on my days off so hard to do anything productive. Like, I can keep my stamina up at work or whatever and get to and from work, but I come home exhausted and I just snuggle up in bed. I'm usually out like a light. I will maybe get up, watch some YouTube, read a book, go to sleep. And I will pop a ready meal in, or, you know, scrounge off whatever anyone else in the house is eating, or whip something up that's really, really simple. And that's kind of my life. But I don't know how you can do that as a working adult and, you know, look after a house and pets and children. I genuinely can't fathom the concept, and humans are adaptable, so I'm sure if that situation were to be forced upon me, I'd be able to deal with it because that's how life works. But at this point in my life, I have no idea how parents do it. I genuinely have no clue. And sustain a, you know, functioning relationship. Now, obviously this isn't the case with all parents. All parents don't necessarily have pets in a household and a reliable partner, and that can be an equal or different type of stress. But in order to deal with all of the side things, as well as being in charge of another human's life, is something I just don't know how I do. So yeah, Mother's Day in England was months ago. I bought Mum a selection of different chocolates, and a bottle of wine and a large bunch of flowers from my sisters and myself, as I'm the only one who lives particularly close, and presented it to her. But yeah, I just, you know, mothers deserve to be celebrated a lot more than 1 day a week, but there you go, you can't have everyone celebrated all the time. but man, they do a lot. And again, because I've seen a lot of things about this recently, not just birth mothers, I'm talking about significant caregivers as well as birth mothers. You know, Mother's Day is Mother's Day for a reason, but if there isn't a mother type figure within your relationship, then celebrate that person, whoever that may be. But yeah, mothers are insane. I don't know how they do it. Anyway, this was a load of gushing and rambling, so nothing's new there. Thank you for watching, feel free to comment, and hello to the new subscribers. I don't know if I deserve you, but there we go. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys all for another Naked Truth at some point, and maybe some other videos in the meantime. I don't know, the pressure is on now. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Thank you for watching, feel free to comment. Goodbye.